So, just getting ready for New Year's. Probably people still on a bit of a break, just chilling at home. Maybe just sitting by the pool.
Put on a few pounds.
Maybe put on a couple of kilos, just as you should at this time of the year. And one of the things I think for me, I always love doing is making. I have this like Asian salad. I'm sort of preempting what you might say in a minute potentially, but something light and fresh. Often it's using like chicken from the night before or something like that you can just put through something that's really simple, and some mint and some basil and chili and that kind of thing. And I just figure I wanted to sort of look at a wine today that is right for this time and that kind of food.
And so 40 degrees, 100% humidity.
Correct, exactly right. So we're off to New Zealand, off to Marlborough, to our good friends the Flower-Days at Te Whare, the House of the Sun, for their Toru. So Toru means three in Māori, and it is a blend of three white varieties. Who knew? Well done, guys. Good thinking. So it's Gewürztraminer, Riesling, and Pinot Gris. So the three white aromatic varieties whose home is in Alsace, northeastern France. One of the Germans might argue about that, but a little bit. But they're Germans. They're probably going to argue anyway. Hi, Germany. We love
offense,
you.
Yeah.
No offense to
Pete
anyone.
at marketwinestore.com.
That's not my email address. But again, it's just this idea of there's something about this wine, and again, this is one of these wines that I give to people, and they always come back for it because they're just sort of not expecting it.
It's bloody delicious. It really is.
I think what I like about this wine so much is just that it's just balanced. It just ticks every single box. It is an off-dry style, so what does that mean? There's just a little bit of sugar in there. It's not a lot, but it's just enough to just give you this wonderful sort of coating in the mouth.
Yeah, keeps coming back for another. You want one more.
Absolutely,
mouthful.
And that's that acid as well. So the acid's there to balance out that sugar.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel necessarily sweet. It just feels delicious.
Yeah.
But that little bit of sweetness again does give us some ability to play with chili in particular. When we talk about matching from an Asian food perspective, and certainly Southeast Asian, Thai, Vietnamese, those kind of flavours that you do end up. You need a little bit of sugar often with some of those dishes, and also just the fish sauce when you've got that sort of that sour sort of bitterness as well. There's a little bit of
lime
texture
juice.
here. Yeah, all of those things. So, I've been drinking this wine for a while and certainly using it in restaurants, and we're seeing it go really well in the retail here. What are your thoughts?
Mate, I think the wine's delicious. I think that anybody who enjoys Asian food instantly, as soon as they try that, will go, it wants chili.
Yeah.
It wants lime juice.
Yeah.
I might get strung up at coriander.
Yeah.
But either you love it or you hate it.
It's delicious.
But mate, I totally agree with what you're saying. Like, I think we've touched on it a couple of weeks ago, that one of the biggest questions I get asked this time of year is what to do with leftovers.
Yeah.
And I think exactly what you're saying about it, making a salad, so then you can pop in your old prawns or your old chicken that you've shredded down, whatever, it will hold up for anything. And I think one of the best salads I've ever eaten is the salad which we run in Rice Boy, which is a green papaya salad.
Yep.
And I think that opens itself up to all that.
Yeah.
Whether it's cold bugs or cold prawns or chicken, let me see if I can coerce the recipe out of Mitch. It might cost you a bottle,
I'm sure
or maybe 3/4 of one. But that's a cracking, and it's so easy. It's such a cracking salad. There's nowhere to hide in there. It's all about the ingredients, and the dressing's quite important because it's exactly what you were saying. Balance of sweet, sour, salty. So there's fish sauce, there's lime juice, there's palm sugar, but once you've got that base salad recipe, you will transform that salad into so many different things.
So you just add one thing here or there. And
correct. Take one out. You don't want coriander. Don't put coriander in. Put basil. Put mint. Put parsley. But the base of it is that green papaya, which is so super fresh. It's got texture. You can add peanuts or cashew nuts or macadamia nuts and the protein of your choice. But the heat and the sweetness and the saltiness and the sourness, I think, is the thing that's going to just go and love that wine.
Yeah, I think it is, as I said, there's a versatility in this wine, but it's just, I always think back to Asian food whenever I taste it. I just want that sort of style of food.
Yep.
And again, I love what Anna and Jason are doing. I always have, respecting the land that they live on, just making really, really delicious wines all the way through.
It's such a delicious one.
Yeah.
we've been trying wine now for just about all year in our little segment that we do. That's top 3 for me.
There we go.
It's really good.
There we go, Anna. You're welcome. So, look, as I said, I mean, fun style of wine, real crowd pleaser, and again, just that it's going to disappear.
And it's a bit different, a bit interesting
Absolutely,
too. With the 3 varieties, a lot of people couldn't even say Gewurz if they tried.
So you just don't have to. Just say Gewurz, because saying Gewürztraminer is hard sometimes, particularly after a bottle of this. It gets harder.
Sure.
I do remember, and shout out to my sister if she's watching this, we used to have a friend whose surname was quite complicated, and if she couldn't say it after a couple of drinks, she knew to stop drinking. So Gewürztraminer is probably in a similar sort of vein. So I think Te Whareira, Toru, this time of the year, perfect little glass of wine, bottle of wine to have with some Asian food. So
well done, Pete.
enjoy.
I think it's a hit.
Cheers.
Cheers.